9:47 a.m. Monday morning. Victoria Island, Lagos. Ton the Delic stepped out of his Uber, wearing his best suit, a sharp navy blue number that had cost him his last salary. He was 28 years old, University of Lagos graduate, MBA from a questionable online program, CV polished to perfection, confidence at 100%. Today was his interview at Meridian Holdings. Not just any company, the fastest growing investment firm in West Africa. If he got this VP position, his salary would jump from his current N350,000 to N4.5 million monthly. He'd finally be somebody. Finally show everyone who doubted him. At the gate, an old man in worn security uniform struggled with a heavy bag of cement, maybe 60 years old, dark brown weathered skin, simple clothes, the kind of poor person Tund usually ignored. "Oga, a bag help me carry this small thing," the old man said in pidgin, voice strained. Tund looked at him with disgust. "Do I look like a gateman to you? Move out of my way. I have an important meeting. Please, my back day pain me." Tund pushed past him. The old man stumbled. The cement bag fell, splitting open, gray powder everywhere. "You idiot," Tund shouted. "You got dust on my shoe. Do you know how much these cost?" He raised his hand and slapped the old man. Hard. The sound echoed across the compound. The old man touched his face slowly, said nothing, just looked at Tund with eyes that had suddenly changed, from pleading to something else, something measuring. Tund didn't notice. He was already walking toward the reception, wiping cement dust from his expensive shoes. What he didn't know, that beggar owned the building, owned the company, owned everything, and in 13 minutes would be sitting across from him, deciding his future. Before we reveal the shocking truth, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tund the Delic had been raised in Surulere by a single mother who sold provisions. She'd sacrificed everything, borrowed from everywhere, to send him to university. "My son will be somebody," she told neighbors. "He will lift our family from poverty." But university changed Tund, not for the better. He'd seen rich kids, seen their cars, their clothes, their confidence, and he'd decided, I deserve that life too. After graduation, he'd worked 3 jobs. All ended badly. First job, sacked for disrespecting his supervisor. Second job, resigned after only 2 months because the work was beneath him. Third job, fired for consistently coming late and leaving early. Now, at 28, he was desperate. Bills piling up, mother's health failing, rent overdue. He needed this Meridian Holdings job. Needed it bad. But his desperation didn't make him humble. It made him angrier. Made him feel the world owed him. Made him treat small people with contempt because he was trying so hard not to be one of them. Meridian Holdings was legendary in Lagos business circles. Started 5 years ago by a mysterious CEO who nobody had ever seen clearly. No photos in newspapers. No appearances at events. Just results. Massive returns. Companies bought and transformed. Wealth created. The CEO's name was Chief Obi Namdi. Rumor said he was old money from the East. Some said he was new money from tech. Others claimed he'd made his billions in oil. Nobody knew for sure. What everyone knew, Meridian Holdings only hired the best. And they had a strange interview process. Multiple stages, character tests, background checks, so thorough they'd find out if you'd stolen meat from your mother's pot as a child. Tund had somehow made it to the final interview, last of 500 applicants. Final 3 candidates competing for one VP position, and 4.5 million monthly salary. Corner office, company car, the dream. He would not let a poor gateman make him late. Inside the Meridian Holdings lobby, Tund straightened his tie, checked his reflection in the glass wall. Perfect, confident, successful looking. The receptionist, a young woman in her early 20s, pretty professional, smiled at him. "Good morning, sir. You're here for the VP interview." "Yes." Tund the Delic, 10 a.m. appointment. She typed on her computer. "You're actually early. The interview is on the 12th floor. Please take a seat. Someone will call you." Tund sat in an expensive waiting area. leather couches, air conditioning perfect, CNBC on the flat screen. This was the life he wanted, deserved. Two other candidates were already there. A woman in her 30s, confident, experienced looking. A man in his 40s, sharp suit, reading the Financial Times. Competition. At exactly 10 a.m., a man in his 50s came down. Dark suit, name tag, Mr. Johnson, head of HR. "Good morning, finalists," he said. "Thank you for making it this far. As you know, today you'll be interviewed by our CEO, Chief Namby himself. This rarely happens. Consider yourselves privileged." The three candidates nodded. "Before we go up," Mr. Johnson continued, "I need to ask, did any of you encounter anyone unusual on your way in? Perhaps someone who needed help? Maybe at the gate?" Tun's heart skipped. The gateman, the cement bag, the slap? No, he thought. That couldn't have been a test. That was just a poor old man. I helped a woman with a baby at the bus stop," the female candidate offered. "I didn't see anyone," the male candidate said. Mr. Johnson's eyes landed on Tund. "And you, Mr. Adelik?" Tund's throat went dry. Should he mention it? No. Better to say nothing. "I came straight in. Didn't notice anyone." Mr. Johnson studied him for a long moment. "Interesting. Please follow me." They entered the elevator. Tund's mind raced. Was the gateman planted there? A character test? But I didn't know. How could I have known? The elevator doors opened on the 12th floor. The interview room was massive. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Lagos Island. Expensive art on walls. A large mahogany desk. And behind it, a high-back leather chair. Turned away, facing the window. "Please have a seat," Mr. Johnson said, gesturing to three chairs facing the desk. They sat, waited. The chair didn't turn. "Chief Namby will be with you shortly," Mr. Johnson said. He left. Silence. Just the three candidates and the back of a chair. The woman checked her phone. The man straightened his tie. Tund's leg bounced nervously. Then the chair turned. Tund's world stopped. The old man from the gate. The beggar. The gateman he'd pushed. The man he'd slapped. Sitting in the CEO chair. Wearing expensive agbada now. Traditional Igbo cap. Gold watch worth more than Tund's entire life. Eyes calm. Face showing no emotion. "Good morning," the man said. His voice was different now. Not the helpless gateman's voice. This was authority. Power. Command. "I am Chief Obi Namby. Welcome to Meridian Holdings." The female candidate smiled nervously. The male candidate nodded respectfully. Tund couldn't breathe. Couldn't move. His brain screaming. This is not happening. This cannot be happening. Chief Namby's eyes moved across all three candidates. Stopped on Tund. Held his gaze. "Mr. Adelik," he said quietly, "we meet again. You see," Chief Namby continued, speaking to all three, "at Meridian Holdings, we believe character is more important than credentials. A CV can be polished. References can be bought. But character, true character, reveals itself when nobody's watching, when there's no benefit to being kind, when helping costs you something." He stood up, walked to the window. Lagos sprawled below. His empire. "Every finalist for a VP position gets tested," he continued. "Not in this office. Out there, in the real world, we create scenarios. Watch how you respond. Sometimes it's a homeless person. Sometimes it's a disabled woman. Today, it was an old gateman struggling with cement bag. The female candidate looked confused. "Sir, I wasn't the gate. I came through the back entrance." "I know," Chief Namby said. "You helped a woman with a baby at the bus stop instead. Our observer reported it. You stopped. You helped. You were late to your interview because of kindness." She smiled, relieved. "Mr. Okoro." He turned to the male candidate. "You came early. Waited at a distance. Watched me struggle. Didn't help. But you also didn't hurt. You were neutral. Neutral is acceptable." The man nodded. Then Chief Namby turned to Tund, walked toward him slowly, stood directly in front of him. "Mr. Adelik, you pushed me. You insulted me. And you slapped me." His voice remained calm. terrifyingly calm. Tell me, why? Tun's mouth opened. No words came out. Let me guess, Chief Namdi continued. You were in a hurry. You had an important interview. You couldn't be bothered with a poor old man. You saw someone beneath you and treated him accordingly. Am I correct? Sir, I didn't know. Didn't know what? That I own the company. Chief Namdi's voice got harder. So you only respect people who can benefit you? You only treat people well when they have power over you? Is that your character, Mr. Adelik? Tun tried to speak, to explain, to apologize. Chief Namdi raised his hand. The same cheek Tun had slapped. This face you slapped? Let me tell you about this face. This face has been slapped before. By rich men who thought I was nobody. By employers who thought I was disposable. By people like you, who measure human worth by bank accounts. He sat on the edge of his desk. I was born in a village in Anambra. Came to Lagos with N500 in my pocket. Slept under bridges. Worked as a gateman, yes, an actual gateman for 5 years. I know what it feels like to be invisible, to be treated like trash, to be slapped by people who think poverty makes you less human. Tun's eyes filled with tears. Shame, regret, terror. So I made a promise, Chief Namdi continued. When I become successful, I will never forget where I came from, and I will never hire anyone who treats small people badly, because people who kick down never lift up. They only climb on others' backs. Chief Namdi returned to his chair, looked at all 3 candidates. Miss Adebayo, he said to the woman, you show compassion at personal cost. You're hired. VP of Community Relations. N4.5 million monthly. Start next week. She gasped, Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Okoro, he turned to the man. You showed neutrality. Not bad, not good. I have a different position for you. Head of operations. N2.8 million monthly. Interested? The man nodded eagerly. Yes, sir. Very interested. Good. HR will process your paperwork. Then Chief Namdi looked at Tund. Long silence. Heavy. Crushing. Mr. Adelik. Tund looked up. Hopeful. Desperate. You have an impressive CV, Chief Namdi said. MBA. Good references from your first job, before they fired you for disrespecting supervisors. Your skills are solid. Your intelligence is clear. In a different company, with a different CEO, you might get hired despite your character. But not here. Not in my company. Sir, please. I'm not finished, Chief Namdi said firmly. You came here thinking you deserved this job. Thinking the world owed you success because you went to university. Thinking poor people exist to serve you. You're not ready for this position. You're not ready for any position of power. Because power in the hands of people who lack humility is dangerous. Tun's face crumbled. Sir, I'm sorry. I was wrong. You're sorry you got caught, Chief Namdi interrupted. Not sorry for what you did. There's a difference. Mr. Johnson will show you out. Please, sir, I need this job. My mother is sick. I have bills. Your mother, Chief Namdi said, his voice softening slightly. Raise a son who slaps old men. Maybe if you'd learn from her suffering instead of resenting it, you'd be a different person. Maybe if you'd help that gateman because it was right, not because it benefited you, you'd be sitting here with a job offer. He pressed a button. Mr. Johnson entered. Mr. Adelik is leaving, Chief Namdi said. Please escort him out, through the front gate, where he entered, past the cement bag he ruined, so he can see the cost of his character. Mr. Johnson led Tun back to the elevator. The other 2 candidates stayed behind, signing contracts, getting their dreams, while Tun descended. In the lobby, security guards watched him. Everyone knew. Word had spread. That's the one who slapped Chief Namdi. Whispers followed him. Outside, the cement bag still lay spilt. The compound cleaner, a young man, was sweeping it up. Brothers, the cleaner said to Tund. You two do oh? You know no say not oga you slap? Chief Namdi Day test people every time. Everybody know. You be the first person way ever raise hand for am. Ah, you done finish. Tund walked through the gate. His Uber was gone. He'd have to take Danfo home, back to his one room in Yaba, back to unemployment, back to his mother's disappointed face. His phone rang. His mother. Tund, how'd the interview go? He couldn't answer. Just stood there on Victoria Island, in his expensive suit, crying. A 28-year-old man who just destroyed his future with one slap. The spiral. The next 3 months were brutal. The story went viral. Arrogant job applicant slapped CEO during character tests. LinkedIn exploded. Twitter dragged him. Instagram mocked him. His name became a cautionary tale. No company would hire him. His CV, once polished, now carried a stain. Background checks revealed the Meridian Holdings incident. Every interview ended the same way. We'll get back to you. They never did. His mother's health worsened. The hospital bills piled up. He sold his laptop, sold his good clothes, eventually sold the navy blue suit, the one he'd worn to his downfall, to a bend-down select vendor for N3000. He got a job at a restaurant, washing plates, N25000 monthly. From potential VP at N4.5 million to dishwasher at N25000. The mathematics of karma. His co-workers didn't know his story. Didn't know he had an MBA. Didn't know he'd once slapped a billionaire. They just knew him as Tund, the new washer. One day, 6 months after the interview, the restaurant manager called him. Tund, we have a VIP guest. Very important. Make sure all the plates are spotless. Understand? Tund nodded, went to the kitchen, washed plates until they gleamed. Then he heard the voice, unmistakable, coming from the VIP section. Chief Namdi, eating at this restaurant, with business partners. Tund's hands shook. He tried to hide in the kitchen, but the manager found him. The VIP wants to see the kitchen. Show them our cleaning process. Go, go. No escape. Tund stood in the kitchen doorway as Chief Namdi and 3 business associates entered. The billionaire was explaining something about hygiene standards. Then he saw Tund. Recognition flickered across his face, but he said nothing, just continued his tour. As the group left, Chief Namdi stopped, turned, looked at Tund directly. You work here now, he asked. Yes, sir, Tund whispered. Washing plates. Yes, sir. Chief Namdi studied him. How long? 3 months, sir. Silence. The other guests had moved ahead, just the 2 of them in the kitchen doorway. The billionaire and the dishwasher, the slapper and the slapped. Have you learned anything? Chief Namdi asked quietly. Tund's eyes filled with tears. Sir, I learned that every person deserves respect, rich or poor, old or young. I learned that character is tested when there's no benefit to being good. I learned that one moment of arrogance can destroy years of preparation. And I learned that I was wrong, completely wrong. And I'm sorry. Chief Namdi nodded slowly. Your mother, is she still sick? Yes, sir. Very sick. I'm trying to pay for her treatment, but my salary... The billionaire reached into his agbada, pulled out a business card. Plain white, just a phone number. Call this number tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Ask for Mr. Johnson. Tell him I sent you. He walked away, left Tund standing there, holding a card, confused, hopeful, terrified. Tund called at exactly 8 a.m., hands shaking. Meridian Holdings, Mr. Johnson speaking. Sir, my name is Tund Adelik. Chief Namdi told me to call you. Pause. Ah, Mr. Adelik. Yes. Chief briefed me. Can you come to the office today? Sir, I work at... I know where you work. Take the day off. This is more important. 10 a.m. Don't be late. Tund arrived at Meridian Holdings at 9:45 a.m. This time, he noticed a gateman, a different person, younger. Tund stopped. Good morning, sir. Tund greeted respectfully. Do you need any help with anything? The gateman looked surprised. No, boss. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Tund nodded and entered. Small gesture, but different from 6 months ago. Different from a man who'd pushed and slapped. In Mr. Johnson's office, Tund sat nervously. Mr. Adelik, the HR head began, Chief Namdi has been following your journey. He knows about your mother, about your restaurant job, about how you conducted yourself these past months, and he's decided to give you another chance. Tun's heart stopped. Not the VP position, Mr. Johnson clarified. You're not ready for that. Maybe never will be. But he's creating a new role, assistant to community relations. You'll work under Miss Adebayo, the woman who got the job you wanted. You'll learn from her. Learn how to treat people. Learn humility. Salary is N450,000 monthly. 1/10 of what you could have had. But it's a start. Interested? Yes. Tund almost shouted. Yes, sir. Very interested. Good. But there's a condition. Every Saturday, for the next year, you will spend 4 hours working as a volunteer gateman at our head office. You will help people, carry bags, open doors, do the work you once despised. You will learn what Chief Namdi learned. You will understand the people you once ignored. Agreed? Tun nodded, tears flowing. Agreed. Thank you, sir. Don't thank me, Mr. Johnson said. Thank Chief Namdi, and prove him right for giving you this chance. 1 year later, Tun stood at the Meridian Holdings gate, Saturday morning, wearing simple clothes, not a suit, not pretending to be big, just being helpful. An old woman struggled with her bag. Tun ran to help. Mama, let me carry for you. Thank you, my son. God bless you. A delivery man needed directions. Tun gave them patiently. A job applicant arrived nervous. Tun smiled at him. Good luck in your interview. And if you see anyone who needs help, help them. That's the real test. Chief Namdi watched from his office window, 12 floors up, seeing the transformation. The arrogant boy becoming a humble man. Not perfect, not finished, but learning, changing, growing. At the end of the day, Mr. Johnson called Tund up. Chief Namdi wants to see you. Tun's heart raced. Good news? Bad news? In the CEO office, Chief Namdi sat at his desk, gestured for Tund to sit. 1 year ago, he began, you slapped me, you pushed me, you treated me like trash. Today, I watched you help an old woman, watched you smile at strangers, watched you do the work you once thought was beneath you. Tell me, what changed? Tund thought carefully. Sir, I used to think respect was something you gave to people who deserved it, people with power, people with money. But I learned respect is something you give because you're human. Because they're human. I learned that the position doesn't make the person. The character does. Chief Namdi nodded. Your mother, how is she? Better, sir. The salary helped. The medical plan from the company helped. She's recovering. Good. Chief Namdi stood, walked to his window. Miss Adebayo is being promoted. VP of Community Relations is expanding. She's moving to head of corporate social responsibility. We need a new VP of Community Relations. N4.5 million monthly. Same job you interviewed for a year ago. Interested? Tun couldn't believe it. Sir, yes. But are you sure? After what I did? I'm sure because of what you become. Character can change. When we admit we're wrong. When we do the work. When we learn humility not from books, but from bending down to help others. You did the work. You earned this. Tun cried. Thank you, sir. I won't let you down. I know, Chief Namdi said, because if you do, I'll demote you back to gateman. And this time, it won't be a test. They both laughed. Today, Tun Delik is VP of Community Relations at Meridian Holdings. He earns N4.5 million monthly, drives a company car, lives in a decent flat in Lekki. But every Saturday, he still volunteers at the gate. Not because he has to, because he wants to, because he remembers. His mother recovered fully, retired from her provision shop, lives comfortably now. When people ask her about her son, she says, he fell down, but he got up, and falling taught him how to walk properly. Chief Namdi still tests every VP candidate, still dresses as a gateman, still watches how people treat small people, because in 15 years of testing, only one person ever slapped him, and that person is now his most humble VP. The Igbo have a saying, Ani wedera onwi yanala, oveably onwi ya elu. He who humbles himself will be exalted. Ton learned this truth the hard way. Through shame, through loss, through washing plates, through volunteering at a gate, through finally understanding that character isn't about how you treat powerful people. It's about how you treat powerless people. The cement bag still sits at the Meridian Holdings gate, empty now, cleaned up, but kept there as a memorial, a reminder for every VP candidate who passes through. That bag was part of someone's test. Treat every person like they might be testing you. Or better yet, treat every person like they're human, whether they're testing you or not. That slap cost Ton and $4.5 million monthly for a year. Cost him his dignity. Cost him his future. Until humility gave it all back. Subscribe for more stories where arrogance meets karma, where billionaires test character, where second chances require first lessons, where one slap teaches what no university can. Comment. Would you have slapped a gateman? Share if you believe in second chances. Like if you've ever misjudged someone. And remember, every person you meet might be your next boss. Treat them accordingly.